like being present is, let's say it's an art form that everyone finds their own unique way to. But there's a certain kind of, I think there's kind of a general set of patterns that people find helpful. So I'll share some of mine.
Please.
And some things that help me are, first of all, let's say I'm about to be with somebody, someone's coming in for a session. And to me, what I try to do is to, in a sense, kind of interiorly pause, to put aside all preoccupying concerns and simply first be present to myself. Because if I'm not present to myself, how can I be present to them?
Mm-hmm.
And it's this very intimate experience of simply kind of showing up in my own experience. See? So I'm sitting in the room and I'm thinking about this, thinking about that. And I just simply pause. It's kind of like it can be concretized in like pausing to like be aware of my breathing for a minute, or putting my hand on my stomach, or sometimes if I stop and look out the window, like there's a tree outside the window, and kind of get kind of intuitively, viscerally grounded in my actual presence in the present moment, as I am, like this interior kind of, the Buddhists talk about taking the backward step. And so I step away from the immediacy of preoccupying concerns to get kind of interiorly present to myself. Then the next thing I do is that I'm aware that the person's coming to be with me because they're suffering. And I remind myself that I know what that's like because I suffer, like one suffering human being to another. And that they're hoping our time together will be helpful. Now, I see now, as I say, a psychologist, I have a certain set of skills, like in terms of listening to the person through a certain diagnostic grid,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of assessing and diagnosing defense mechanisms and ego functioning, and in terms of helping me to determine what response to their suffering they'll find most helpful. But if I kind of remove myself from my presence to carry out that objective process, like my clipboard with my checklist, I'm removing from the encounter what gives it meaning. Namely, the fact they're a human being. You know, they're a human being, not reducible to procedure, nor am I. So I have to, if I let myself risk the intimacy as a suffering human being seeking wholeness, sitting with a suffering human being seeking wholeness, so that together as two human beings we can be present together, then out of that kind of groundedness, it has to do with a kind of compassionate attentiveness to the person. And it's expressed, I think, in body language. It's expressed in the willingness to listen for a couple minutes. It's the willingness to ask a question or two about what it's like for them. And just within a few minutes, a person can pick up that atmosphere between the two, that they're not alone in the midst of their difficulties, that you're right there. And to me, that's the sense of it. Then the encounter then engages in what needs to be looked at, you know, in terms of kind of responsible clinical skills and what needs to be done. But they're carried out with humanity. You know, they're carried out in not only what gives meaning to the person, but what gives meaning to me, so that I don't get burnt out by just going from one procedural thing to the next. I'm skimming over the surface of the very reason I tried to start doing this work in the first place, you know.